Welcome back to a bit of all things butter. I'm Tom Straker. You're in my home and we're cooking with butter and we're making some delicious food. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a miso butter with a lovely piece of roasted cod, some sushi rice, a little bit of spring onions, coriander. Perfect, flavor-filled weeknight dinner that you need at home. So miso is a fermented soybean paste. It's full of flavors. It's got umami. It's fermented. It tastes salty. It's got that soy kind of element to it. Umami is sort of around your mouth, along the side of your tongue. It's really good flavors, proper flavor. This was something I was always making before. For a weeknight supper, I always have like miso with salmon and cabbage. But I stopped eating salmon because of the salmon farming situation. It was just an easy way to get flavor into it, like a vegetable, like a cabbage. And so I started experimenting with it a bit more, and obviously when that wasn't in a butter form. So then when I was looking at butter flavors, I was like, fuck, miso's gotta go in there. So that's where we ended up. So we've got coriander, spring onions. We got this lovely king of miso, soy sauce and honey. Okay, and then of course we got all things butter, unsalted. So it's unsalted because we're adding salty miso, salty soy sauce. There's also a few limes, and then we've got some lovely cod. Just take a nice portion of this, roast it with the butter. It's gonna be delicious. Right, first up, rice. So I'm gonna go one cup. Let's wash the rice. You see how we poured in really clear water and now it's gone like milky? So strain now. We'll go back in with a little touch more water. And basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna wash this until the water stays clear. Wash that off. So you can see here now how the water stays clear, you know, with the rice inside, yeah? Rice goes in, 1.2 cups of water. Close the lid. And we're cooking. Okay, so butter. Good spoon of miso. Honey. Obviously it's going to burn in the pan if we cook it too hard. A little bit of soy. It's our saltiness. So when you roast, if you roast the butter quite hard, if you're going to take it to burnt butter, the honey would burn before the butter burns because it's sugar. Do you get me? So lime zest. Roll these limes up. Careful not to get it in your eyes. Right, so we'll just blend it up. The butter is probably a bit cold, so we might have to... Obviously don't do that. Okay, see that. Wow, so good. Okay, so that's the miso butter. It's quite loose because it's, you know, we put a lot of water in there. We've got lots of flavor. It's full. That's a flavor bomb. That's gonna make our cooking easy from now on. Prep the vegetables. Spring onions. Just gonna slice these nice and thin. Right, so the green bit's gonna go on top raw, and then the white bit, this bit, we're just gonna chuck in with the cod at the very end. And when you're slicing, you're pushing through, yeah? So long, thin. No, it's not just up, 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 up. It's like we're pushing through, like we're slicing. Long strands of coriander. Lots of fresh coriander. Gives that nice herbaceous, crunchy notes to the dish. Okay, now portion the cod. That's why I bought the whole piece, you know. This is just a loin, cod loin. There's a side, this is a whole side of cod. When you skin the cod, you just want to come in below the tail, have something to hold on to, have that knife angled down towards the board, and keep pulling on this skin, yeah? Keep that knife angled down towards the board, yeah, there, like that. There we go, we've got the skin. Okay, nice portion. You can neaten off this bit here. So then you're left with a really beautiful loin of cod. So we're going for like 180 to 200 gram portions of cod. This one gets a bit tricky down here, but you can sort of, there we're probably, that's a nice piece. So that's probably a cost-effective way to buy cod. Break it down into these nice portions. Then you've got 7 portions of cod. You could either have 6 people, 6 of your friends for dinner, or you can have cod twice a day for 3 days. For yourself. You want to cover the fish in oil. Nice bit of salt on the skin side. So we're going to cook it skin side, that's the presentation side. This will take about 4 minutes, this piece of cod. With a delicate fish like cod, you just don't want to fuck around with it too much. You want to leave it, let it get its colour. Cod is a flaky fish, so by nature, flaky fish. The more you move it, the more flaky it'll be. So we can just take that out, have a quick look. Oh, see, I don't want to do that. You also just want to make sure you got enough oil in there, so you can keep lifting the fish and moving it so the oil is underneath the fish. Because basically what I was saying before is the oil is transferring the heat from your pan to the fish, so you want oil. You're not deep frying it. There's just enough oil to make that transfer of heat to get that good crust on the edge of on the side of the cod. What we're going to do, flip it over. If you look at that, we've got beautiful colour on this presentation side. Go in with our spring onions that we chopped earlier. Nice thin spring onions. And also with a nice smell of the miso butter. As that melts, what you want to be careful of is burning the honey and the butter, like I said. So you just want to like warm it gently. So we turn that heat right down, melting the butter. We've got the cod. We've got the rice which has been cooked here. Let it steam for a minute. Now for the main event. Beautifully roasted cod. Spring onions. Lime juice, cut through all of that. Lovely, rich umami flavour of the butter, Get it in there. That's miso butter with roasted cod. Wow, it smells amazing. All those aromats, the fermentation, the lime zest, the coriander. I think we better have this rice perfectly cooked from the rice cooker. The miso butter even makes that taste nice. It's just a lovely way to cook this piece of fish and just let it stand alone, you know. It's a simple recipe, you know. We're putting pre-made ingredients into the butter. We're basically making a dressing, but for cooking. The perfect like thing to pull the whole dish together. It's a quick dish. It's a weeknight dinner. Get that on rotation. See you next week.